Hey guys, it is Friday morning. I'm leaving the house a bit before 10 a.m. and I'm gonna go meet up with Amanda, Lion, River, and Hero. And we're gonna go check out the new park along the Don River. Yeah, I got down here about 20 minutes after they said that they were gonna leave for the park. And I wasn't sure if they had already left or not. I figured within 20 minutes, even if they're a little bit late, they probably did leave already. So I'll just try to meet them along the way. And I rode along the Martin Goodman Trail, and eventually I did see them. So for the past few months, Amanda and Lion and the kids have been in Blythe, doing a stage festival show thing. So that's cool. I think it pays alright, so that's good too. And once the nephews heard that I was there, they had to get out of the bike carrier and walk with me. They're super hyped to go on the zip lines at the new park, Bidasagay, along the newly formed Lower Don River. It's pretty nice. And they love these zip lines. They rode them a bunch of times. I'm not going to show every time, of course, because there's only so many minutes in this video, although it is a long one. But it's a good time. I even rode the zip line when there wasn't any other families around. I was like, alright guys, I'm getting a turn on this thing. Yeah, Amanda and Lion also rode it at least once. It's pretty fun. And I'm glad that they made it strong enough for adults to use, because, let's face it, you kind of had to, otherwise we'd just break it. Yep. Throughout the park, there's a bunch of stuff. There's still even things that we didn't really even check out, like there's a slacklining thing, and a pole climbing thing. I wanted to show them the water park kind of area here. Earlier I saw people complaining about how slippery it is on the slopes, since it's sandy and kind of steep. And I thought that they were just making shit up, but it's actually pretty slippery, especially if you're wearing shoes here. So if you go barefoot, it's not too bad, but if you don't want your feet to get dirty, it's probably not the best spot to wear shoes. And then we're checking out the owl. Again, first time I came here, didn't have a kid, and there was lots of kids crawling around in here, so I didn't want to go in and film. But now that the nephews are here, I can go and film the nephews, and even though there's other kids in the background, it's all good, guys. I'm just a guy recording your kids. Yeah, inside the owl is pretty cool. I told River that there was more park. There's a raccoon thing over here, kind of like the owl. And he went in it once, thought it was a little bit lame, and then had to leave. So, yeah, once Hero came over and checked it out as well, they were like, yeah, let's go back to the owl. The owl's a big hit, partially because it's relatively cool inside the owl, and it's actually one of the only shady spots in the park. So we stopped here and ate some lunch in the shadow of the owl. Hopefully these trees get big pretty fast, because we definitely need it. Need more shade. So yeah, we're headed back to their place. Probably gonna hang out at the splash pad, as long as the boys don't freak out too much. They only had a little bit of a freak out, but it was nothing major. And we're cooling off a bit. The sun is definitely out, and it's heating up. I think we're going back into heat wave mode. Today wasn't the hottest it's going to be. Sounds like the weekend's going to be even hotter. Yeah, Amanda brought out some popsicles, and they were tasty. Real food. Pretty good stuff. Oh yeah, and they sprayed toy things. Those guys could not get enough of spraying me. Which it did feel good for the most part, but they're a little bit too sprayy. I gotta dry off at some point. Anyways, went inside to hang out with them for a bit, and River showed me his birthday present, which is this robot thing. It's kind of like a Lego thing. He did put it together mostly on his own with some help from Mom. And it's just really cool. Seems like he loves it. For a kid that was always asking to build a robot, like probably a dream come true. Amanda made me grilled cheese, which had fig jam or something on it as well. It was very tasty. And they wanted to play Lego, so we made some spaceships and stuff. I broke a piece of Lego. I was just like bending it and it just snapped. Which is crazy to me. I've never broken a piece of Lego like that before. But I guess they can just break. Yeah, some of these spaceships were looking pretty cool. The boys were definitely proud of their creations. And I gave them some of the knit or crocheted stuffies from Dawn. And they loved them. So that's good. But yeah, it's starting to get late. And wanted to head out and do some metal detecting. So yeah, I'm heading out. And I'm gonna do some metal detecting. It's nice and cloudy again, so that should be a good time to be outside in the sun. You know, at least well, you guys know what I mean. I went over to Sugar Beach. I was thinking of searching around here. And it's not crazy busy, but it's busy enough that, like, if I'm beeping and booping here, I feel like people would be a little bit annoyed. Like, I don't know. If I was just chilling out, I don't think I would like a metal detector guy to be, like, that close to me. Plus, like, you know, it's my first time, guys. I'm feeling a little bit shy. I don't want to detect and, like, not find anything in front of a bunch of people. So I rode over to Cherry Beach, and it also seemed a little bit busy over here. So I headed east along the Martin Goodman Trail. And still on Cherry Beach. It's just like kind of far away from the parking lot. There was like a little side thing that you could go to the beach. And it was not very busy here at all. So decided that this is where I'm going to give the metal detector its first go in the field. And after setting it up, I am finding a spot that's like kind of beeping. I was looking online, and it's a little bit unclear if you're supposed to like go kind of fast or kind of slow. It seems like a mix of things. Like if you can like reliably get some beeps in like a small area, then like that's where I should dig. And I'm a little bit away from the water, so there are plants here. So I didn't want to dig too deep and like break a bunch of these tiny roots. There's lots of trees in this area, so kind of felt bad if I would break too many roots. Then I moved away from the trees more, and now I'm just like along the beach trying out the pinpoint mode. And yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I'm just doing it wrong. There's like the regular detecting mode, and I don't know, guys. I'm new to this. I found a crystal, I think. I'm not sure if like you had some glass and you burned it in a fire, if it would turn into that. Maybe. But it looked like a neat rock at least. So yeah, from watching other people, I feel like I'm doing things right. Trying to find the consistent beeps where like if I go in a small area it'll be like beep 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 because I like go over one little area. But I don't know, as I'm digging things up I feel like, is there like a lot of iron in the sand or something? And like maybe if I just dig up one big clump of sand, is that gonna change what's going on? I am finding some kind of neat things, like this feels like a space rock or something, I don't know. Although looking up meteorites online, it doesn't really look like a lot of them. Who knows? So, in the future, when I go metal detecting again, I'll try to edit it down a little bit more, I don't know. just like my first time, you know? But yeah, kind of dig a hole, and if I don't find anything, I'll do a little bit more metal detecting and see if I like moved it out of the hole by accident. Mostly I'm finding a lot of glass and garbage, which is to be expected, especially at Cherry Beach. I feel like it has a reputation of being kind of a party beach. Apparently during the pandemic, people would come down here and just go wild. And there was like those chainsaw guys. I don't know the full story. But yeah. This bottle cap thing, this is the first thing that I've like detected and dug up. That was like, yeah, that was definitely what the detector was picking up. So that feels pretty good to actually like search a spot and then find the thing and move it aside. And now that it's like aside, the area that I was detecting is not beeping at all. So like that was definitely what I was sensing with the detector there. So that's cool. It like actually works. And it's good that I filmed myself, because the manual said to keep the coil like very parallel to the ground, and I'm definitely noticing that I'm kind of like swinging it a bit too much of an arc. Oh, here's my rusty nail find. That was good. I dug it up pretty fast. It feels good when you dig up and like find the thing right away, because sometimes I'm like digging and I'm trying to spread the end kind of thin, so hopefully I'll see whatever metal thing is in there. Here we got a pull tab, which, yeah, to be expected again. If you watch the metal detecting guys online, they find lots of pull tabs. This detector even has like a little dot on the screen for pull tabs, the B tabs, which is a little bit annoying when people test it with like gold and stuff. It shows up as the B tab, so you never know. Am I gonna just find garbage, or there's a chance I could find some gold, guys? People come to these beaches and probably lose things. Yeah. Anyways, at this point, I'm kind of thinking of this will be my last dig. Trying to find a good target with consistent beepage. But again, it's kind of hard to tell, like if I'm swinging the thing too fast, and then like how much of a delay from like where the object is and when the beep goes off there is. That's kind of why I gotta do like the small swing, so it's like, oh, there's definitely something within the small swing range. Hopefully. But yeah. Just digging away here. Already finding lots of trash. Feels like you could probably dig a small hole anywhere on this beach and you'll find a handful of glass and garbage. Yeah, pretty trashy out here. Which is a shame, because it's a pretty nice spot. You kind of have like a protected bay here. In the background you can see Tommy Thompson Park there. So for my last hole, I dug it pretty wide. And it's hard with the detector because like I would dig and then I'd detect, and it's just like this whole area has metal stuff in it apparently. And one of the things was maybe that weird hair clip thing. And I scanned around to make sure that that was probably it, but I'm still getting hits, so I kept digging. And then I found like a bottle wire cage thing for like a champagne cork style bottle. Yeah. After that, that's pretty much where I decided to call it. Mostly because I had to take a dump. But the washrooms at Cherry Beach were locked. And I was thinking, okay, I could go to another park and use their washroom. But as I was biking away, I was like, I'm not going to make it, guys. I got to go back and use the porta potties. So I did use the porta potties, and it wasn't a great experience, guys. Like, I gotta go home and have a shower. Ugh, why is the floor of this porta potty wet, guys? Why are you guys so gross? But it is better than shitting your pants, so there's that. anyways, on my way home, I did find a bench next to a garbage can that I could look through most of my finds. And as you would probably guess, I found some bottle caps. This one I think is the only one that I actually found with the detector. The other ones were just kind of on the top of the sand, and I figured, you know, might as well pick them up. So no dogs or, you know, people could cut their feet on this stuff. And lots of glass. Again, as I'm just digging those holes, uncovering tons of glass. My one shiny rock? Crystal, perhaps? Although this could be glass as well. I don't really know what I'm looking at. But either way, this is kind of the nicest thing that I found, so I think I'm going to keep this one. I'll probably put it in the treasure jar at some point. Yeah, nice. And the first thing that I metal detect with the bottle cap kind of reminds me of the twist off cap that would be on like one of those big green sparkling water things. I don't know. Little air clip, lots of plastic, the cork cage, and tons more glass. Oh yeah, and the rusty nail. Yeah. You know, sometimes people have bonfires and they burn like pallet wood and stuff, and then there's just nails on the beach. My meteorite. I was thinking of just chucking this. I don't know that if this is even metal. It didn't seem like it was picking it up when I tried to scan that. It's just kind of a neat rock though. If you got, what do you guys think that is? Like, again, it could just be something got melted in a bonfire and looked weird. I also found a lighter and some more glass. It was in the bottom of my pocket. I'm just gonna chuck most of this stuff. Definitely see some people who keep everything that they find. They have like a whole drawer of stuff dedicated to their finds, and you know, I just don't have room for literal trash. I'll keep the good ones, and you know, if I find some like real good ones, maybe I'll get rid of that crystal and whatever that rock was. But for now, it is what it is, guys. Still got $50 for this metal detector to earn its keep. Yeah. One of the things I've been worried about is the trash cans. I put them out yesterday, and then in the morning I forgot to bring them back in, but looks like somebody else already took care of it, so that's nice. I went over to Freshco to buy some Coke Zero, but they also had this plant for $4.50, and I was just like, you know what? Why don't I buy this plant? Let's check it out. I'm gonna add it to my moss aquarium thing. I kinda use some craft wire to attach it to this rock, and we'll see how it goes. You know, are the roots gonna rot for being in kind of this like streamy area, or are they gonna get too dried out? I don't know. Kind of like, yeah. It's just an experiment, really. I guess it's been a while since I've shown you this, but it's doing alright. Yeah. Fair amount of moss growing.